My name is Ina and I have lived here for a relatively short time, but I have already made good friends here. I quickly became friends with Halina's family. She has 3 children, though her eldest daughter has been living abroad for a long time. It was Halina who introduced me to the local life and shared her secrets. If you like our videos, you can join us in supporting and promotion to the channel. Just subscribe to it, like the new episode and leave any comment under the video. Thank you very much for that. Halina has a fairly large farm. She has cows, horses and poultry, of course. She also has to cook for a large family every day. It takes a lot of effort and creativity to feed 2 teenagers. That's why I have a lot to learn from Halina to expand my own culinary skills. Living in a village has many advantages. Access to fresh organic food is one of them. In summer, everyone here plants gardens. Of course, not all cultivated plants can grow in mountainous terrain, but it is quite possible to grow potatoes, onions, and herbs for your own table. Similarly, in the village, you can always buy the freshest milk, as they say here, fresh from the cow. There is no shortage of fermented milk products either. The same goes for the meat, lard and eggs. And if there is a lack of something, you can always go to a neighboring town, go to the market or supermarket. Tourists from all over the country come to Prikarpaty to experience the local flower, and for those who were born here, all over this is a normal part of life. Halina is sifting wheat flour. It is not cold outside, and most importantly, there is no wind at all. So they can cook outdoors, at least to start this process. When you live in a village and manage a large farm, you have almost no free time. So now Halina leaves the flour, brings it into the house, and hurries to the stable because she has to let the mare out. The cows have been out since morning, and the filly has been in the stable all this time. The territory near the house is large, so there is enough space for everyone. And while the cattle are out and about enjoying the fresh air, Halina is cleaning the stable. She has to take out all the manure and put in fresh hay. This is a daily chore that cannot be cancelled or postponed. All this has to be done regardless of how they feel or other external factors. Kosev district already belongs to the Hutzul ethnic region. For centuries, its own culture and peculiarities have been formed here. This is evident even in the architecture. It is almost possible to confuse a Hutzul house with any other. Even the roof of the house where Halina lives is covered with shingles, which is typical for these areas. While Halina is busy outside, I help her prepare lunch. I take fresh cottage cheese and knead it thoroughly. As I said, it's not a problem to get fresh food in the village. You can add a little salt to the cottage cheese if it's bland, or add a little sugar. It all depends on your taste preferences. And now we need to make the dough. The recipe is the simplest. It can be flour, water, salt. If the dough is too dry, eggs are added to it. The recipe is accessible, but the result should be something very tasty. The dough should be smooth and elastic. Now you need to roll it out thinly, but make sure it doesn't stick to the board. And now using a glass, we cut out circles of dough like this. Put a little bit of cheese inside them and pinch the edge. Of course, there are the legendary Ukrainian vareniki. Some people make the cottage cheese sweet, so this dish can be served as a dessert. Some people prefer salty dumplings with cottage cheese. In this case, you can add fresh herbs to the filling. If you work in the kitchen together, you can do it very quickly. That's how we do it. I roll out the dough and Halina puts in the filling and forms the dumplings. The main thing here is not to overwork the dough with flour, because then it will lose its elasticity, and when you cook the dumplings, all the filling will remain in the pan. But not in our case, because Halina knows the recipe for perfect dumplings made from delicious dough. While we are busy in the kitchen, Vasil goes horseback riding. It's good exercise for both him and the mare. It's good that there is enough space in the yard for such entertainment. Like a true Hutsul, Vasil can ride without a saddle at all. She doesn't need one, and the mare is used to it. But if you need to harness a mare to a cart, you can't do without special additional equipment. First, you have to tie the mare's tail. She waits patiently because she is absolutely sure that Vasil will never harm her. This farm has everything you need to harness a mare. In summer, she drives a cart, and in winter, a sled. By the way, in this simple way, in winter you can even clear the roads of fresh snow.
Не відчуємо. Я так переважно така хожу.
And while it's warm outside, Halina and I also moved here to finish all the dumplings and finally cook them. This is how they look, beautiful, uniform, even. Soon we will have to cook them, so Halina carries wood to heat the stove. We all gather in the kitchen, and Marichka, Halina's youngest daughter, joins us. The water for the dumplings is already boiling, but I also want to cook fish for lunch. I just salt the small carcasses and put them on the hot frying pan. The aroma of fried fish immediately fills the entire space. It's so delicious that you can just swallow it with your tongue. The dumplings cook quite quickly. They need just 5 to 7 minutes in boiling water.
Я ще так не пробувала. Ще буде. Ну, там от якраз нам на млинці. Ну, не буде. Це ножка. Таке більше, воно маленьке. Що, глибше? Ось так просто, так?
And then they're ready. They look very appetizing and I want to try them, but first we need to fry the fish. While there are still a few minutes left, we set the table. Everyone gets their own plate and fork. A jar of homemade sour cream is already waiting on the table. It's much fatter and tastier than the store-bought stuff. The fish is fried very quickly. It has tender meat, so it doesn't take much time to cook. The carcasses should be crispy on the outside and tender on the inside. This is the basic rule, so you need to keep an eye on the pan all the time.
А воно все не стікає.
All the dishes are already on the dining room table, so you can sit down and enjoy a delicious meal. These dishes are simple and affordable, but that doesn't make them any less delicious. By the way, dumplings with cottage cheese go well with fried fish, and the conversation at the dinner table are always priceless. Thank you for spending another day with us.